Fuji Fumbles, today we're talking about Kill la Kill. And I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that this show is well done, because it's not. There is a vast amount of plot holes in Kill la Kill, and a lot of characters are undeveloped and not given realistic reasons for the things they do. For example, we learn in the first couple of episodes that the main character wants to avenge her father, and she's like, I gotta find out who killed my dad, and and then a couple of episodes later you realize, well, she tells us that her dad was an asshole, so like, why would you want to avenge him, Ryuko? Your move, Trigger. Tell me how that shit works, huh? So, if you were going into this show thinking, oh wow, I remember when it came out and they were saying, this is gonna be the anime that saves anime, but that award goes to One Punch Man. But this show came out and it was all like, yeah, we're gonna save anime, we're gonna, like, do that shit. And they were hyping it up and everything, and then we all watched it and were like, that was not what I was expecting. You lied to us. You lied to me. And it ended up just being another ecchi thing. But then again, I didn't actually watch the trailer, so I was just like, yeah, this is cool. This is cool. This is a picture of me 3 a.m. in the morning without anything to do because Steven Universe is on hiatus. And so you go into the series and you ask, why no plot? Why no plot, Trigger? And Trigger has a notorious backlog of not being able to write good plots. But then again, that's not really Trigger. Trigger only started back in 2011 with Little Witch Academia. And, yeah. But Little Witch Academia was great. So Trigger has come up with, the two guys that started Trigger, they were from Gainax, and they were the people who were responsible for this piece of shit. God, I'm gonna get so much hate for that. And they were responsible for Panty and Stocking, which I'm not gonna lie, Panty and Stocking was a great fucking show because it was stupid and that's what it was meant to be. And the two guys knew it. So that's why Panty and Stocking was successful. Gurren Lagann was trying to be something serious, but it couldn't because it was anticlimactic and boring. And the characters weren't realistic. I mean, seriously, Simone was like a terrified little boy in like one episode, and then all of a sudden he gets his dick rubbed by the fucking chick, and then he's like, who the hell do you think I am? Human brains don't work like that, Trigger. I'm just gonna refer to the who. Well, what are we talking about again? Oh yeah, Kill la Kill, right. So, going on the main characters, we have Ryoka, who is, do you ever just go into a movie cinema and you're like, wow, this movie is supposed to have, an Asian leading role in it. I hope she isn't one of those generic Asian roles in film that always has the one streak of color in her hair, right? And then you see Ryuko and she's got the one red streak in her hair, and you're like, oh, that's some generic shit. And also her character design, she's got blue eyes. And it's like, yeah, that's cool. And then she's got like some Black Rock Shooter eyes going on. Like, if you've ever seen Black Rock Shooter, she's like got gear eyes. Who killed me dead. Get it? Because Ryuko looks like Shadow the Hedgehog. Anyway, then again, Ryuko is quite a cool character because no matter how many times I see her naked or in that kamui, I still don't lose any respect I have for her, which is quite amazing for an anime to do. given that, like, every ecchi I watch I fucking hate because the girls are like, I'm a stupid woman and I have men falling into my vagina all the time and I don't give a shit because I'm a stupid woman with 2X chromosomes and I don't know how to act, and I also bumped my head as a baby and I fell in the shower and broke my brain. She's a great character because she's just cool and modest and cool. Ryoka is best. Anyway, moving on. So then we have Satsuki Kiryuin, who is like a best girl in some sense. Everyone says she's the best, and I'm not gonna lie, she is quite a cool character, and I love her. But everyone dibs her, and I'm just like, fuck off. She's always, like, saying all this poetry, and I love how Trigger tries to, like, back up their terrible plot lines with poetic shit. It's kind of like what Tite Kubo does with Bleach, you know, how he does all that, poetic shit in the background. I mean, like, every chapter he tries to put, like, poetic shit in his, chapter names, and it's like, Tite, stop, we know your plot sucks, can you just draw? Like, seriously, the only thing good about Bleach is the art, I'm sorry. And then the anime just took a giant dump on Tite's art style. I ship Satsuki's eyebrows with each other. Anyway, moving on to a really great character, which is Mako. And when you want to draw Mako, all you have to do is draw a circle, and then you draw a person hiding in the circle. That's a terrible drawing, but you know, whatever, we're just here having fun, aren't we? That's what it's all about. And she's like, I'm voiced by Christine Marie Camaros, and I'm the best goddamn voice actor that's been on the scene for the past 5 years, because I can actually act and sound good and actually act. Like, wow. Like, I would go as far as to say that Mako's English voice actor is better than the Japanese. And coming from someone who thinks dubs are trash, that says a lot. Okay. So, like, going on other characters, I guess Kill la Kill, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and, like, lie to you about how good this show is. I mean, personally, I think it's great. But that's me talking, and not you. A lot of people think the show is trash, and I don't blame them, because it is. But at the same time, you have to, like, I like to think of Kill la Kill as the creators knew they were making a joke, and I feel like they did, because they really do, like, like, the amount of panty shots is comedic, and the amount of, like, crap that they go on about is comedic also. And I feel like the creators really do know that they were, you know, cracking a joke with us, and I can respect that, because I love shows that are stupid. Like, some of my favorite shows are stupid shows, like fucking Nichijou and shit. But yeah, Kill la Kill knew it was stupid, and that's why it's so successful, I think, in my mind. If it had more plot, then it would be too serious, and then it wouldn't be Kill la Kill anymore, you know? So, more characters would be probably the Elite Four. No, not Pokemon. Wow, look at my lovely spelling today. I am off. So, like, so you have this giant man who, totally doesn't have fucking steroid issues. Fucking Donkey Kong looking ass over here, man. Like, damn, he's got like a Hunchback of Notre Dame situation. You need to get that checked. Iragamagori, whose size fluctuates throughout the show. Like, if you ever come into the show and he's like 10 feet tall, and then like, and then the next episode he's like 6 foot, and then the next episode he's a fucking giant. He's just towering over like a person like this big. Actually, no, a more accurate depiction of me would be that, because I'm like 5'2". I think one of the best characters, or one of my favorite characters, probably not script-wise or character-wise, but for some reason, Nonon Jakazure is one of my favorite characters because she's just, I like her design. And also, she's pretty, like, she's like one of the most average kind of. Her hair's pink! I'm not gonna sit here and try and justify why I like this one. Because I probably couldn't tell you. She also has, like, a skull. Trigger has some really cool designs. Like, Trigger, if you weren't drawing tits all day. Like, look at Little Witch Academia, guys! Did you see what you guys did at Little Witch Academia? You drew something amazing! You animated something amazing! And it didn't have a single panty shot! Trigger! Do you know how much money that shit made? Make more! But then again, you made 2 and, who knows what happened there. But then again, I don't know, man. Kill la Kill is stupid, and it knows it's stupid. And I'm not gonna tell you it's the best thing that's come out in the past couple of years, because it's not. I would rather recommend you to Beyond the Boundary or something like that, because Beyond the Boundary is actually, like, a really great show, and if you haven't seen it, I reckon it's worth a fucking watch, because KyoAni actually, like, KyoAni was like, hey, let's make a show that has actual plot, and it was good. It's like none of that Haruhi Suzumiya bullshit. But yeah, Kill la Kill is great. And if you want to watch something stupid with lots of tits in it, then fucking go for it, mate. But no nipples, because that would be too much. Fuji Fumbles.